Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. They'll start on the ground with Foster. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Good job, D.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Buying time to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Check, 59. Don't get nervous.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the left.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Harold Landry in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, Al Davis fumbles it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now Young throwing on 4th down. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run. It's Campbell. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The throw on 2nd down from Vick, incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Vick readies to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. 3rd and long for Vick. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Down the numbers. fires. There he goes. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The throw right sideline here is complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Vick now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 21-0 our score after 1. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 36, Young. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Vick operating on first down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On second down now, it's George. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half.
Now Vick stripped. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
He was brought down by Mackenzie Alexander. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. D Ford in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Oh, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Well, Young loses the football. It's stripped. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on. McManus's point after is good, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 22.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's see what you got. Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. This will be the final play of the half. Vic, and this is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On the ground, this is Johnson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Young eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's a second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Here's Campbell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Again, they run with Campbell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down. On fourth down, Young. And able to find Dorsett. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. They'll run on first down. Johnson. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch it. At the 14-yard line.
Young now. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And Vic's throw there, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They will indeed go for it. Vic escaping the pressure right, finding some room at midfield. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. This from 44 yards out, left hash.
I don't either. Hey, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On second and 11 now. Vic. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. But it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because...
And now look at him go! Touchdown, Titans! A great play there. 82 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. D Ford, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Vic to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw, Vic. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
56, Texans 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vic incomplete. It was knocked away. 3rd and short yardage. Vic, man open. That's Kiki QT complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Quick slant there gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D. Ford in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Another try after the 1st down sack. Vic, it'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now here's Vic. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D. Ford in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. On 1st down, George. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they'll get this down to the 10. 16 yards, a 1st down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Campbell, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
He's crashing.
A first down carry for Foster. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
On third down, Vick out of the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Strip that ball.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. To throw is Young. Throwing on fourth down. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up 1st and goal. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with the big man, Campbell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Campbell, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Titans, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces.
Mm-hmm.